Good morning. Azim, thank you very much for having me today as your chief guest. It's a deep honor, and let me first congratulate you for the century of 1,000, it seems, 100,000 followers on LinkedIn. So that's a superb achievement. I will start with introducing myself, so for you to know in one context to put my words. And I just use about a minute to go through my own CV. So I born and grown up in Switzerland, went through traditional education system, and then joined, of course, the workforce for a few companies which you see on the screen here, which might be familiar to you. In Switzerland, we have the dual education system, so I decided to go back to school after I already worked. I did my economics, so I'm an economist as per education. Went back to work, then went back to school again to do a MBA at one of the most leading universities in Switzerland in St. Gallen. Then what happened is I made a holiday trip to India, which at the end of the day changed my life. To keep it short, I met a girl, fell in love, and moved to India to marry her. And of course I had to work there as well, so I started to work at the airport in Bangalore, where I was running the duty-free retail stores. I stayed in Bangalore for 5 years, and then we moved on to Delhi. My wife is originally from Delhi, from the north, but when I met her, she was living in Bangalore. So we spent another 5 years in Delhi, so I have a total of 10 years of India in my pocket before I came down to Sri Lanka in 2017. So I've been now away from home for 18 years, so I'm a little bit familiar to the region. That might leave the impression I know Sri Lanka very well. I'm still a baby here, but I've been in this part of the world for quite some time. So this is just to put in context what you will see now as the following slides. This slide I put in case we have some LinkedIn people here, or maybe they're peeping in, I don't know, from India. In Sri Lanka, my assessment, this is an employee market. So the employee are driving the decisions. It's not the employer. In India, it's the other way around. In India, you put the job advertisement, you have 100 people applying and 200 people turning up for the job. In Sri Lanka, it's the other way around. Our experience, we have 100 people applying, and we're happy 5 actually coming for the interview. So this is a game changer. Is a game changer. And I'm not here to judge the situation. I don't need to explain you why this is the way it is, but this is the situation we have to deal with. And how we have to deal with, or how we are dealing with, I'll give you some examples here. So obviously we have a talent retention, big talent retention mechanism. After COVID, we started to do several activities. And you see here the first one. In the past, we would give people a token, a little gift, and then maybe a hamper. Now, you read the slide, we give them a welcome backpack. And I mean a backpack. So when they came back, we gave them a backpack filled with goodies. That's how we have to shower now our talents and our employees. We have to prove them and that we have the people as number one priority. So it's not just a sheer line, it's a commitment, and we promise them people are number one. We did daily meditation for our people. I think it's crazy, but we really pamper them. We do yoga, meditation. It's just examples what we're doing. We gave them gift vouchers for their children. So it's not only the employees, we also care about their families to make them feel home. We did a photo shoot for each and every employees, and we have about 900 employees. We are not as big as many companies as you are. We are about 900 employees. We had a professional photographer doing a photo shoot for each and every staff and put it in different, with different backgrounds in different posts and gestures. We did, I don't know who knows Pharrell Williams, we did music videos. This is Happy Bowers. We sang Happy Bowers together. Music videos. We did Jerusalema. It's another song where we made a professional video out of it. That was phase number one. Phase number two is now still ongoing. Now we have this all these new developments: DEI, equality, diversification. We take care of the not only of the woman, but also of the man. So we have a paternity leave, not maternity, but paternity leave. We have a daycare center for our parents, or especially for the female, for the mother, if she still wants to go to work, flexible working hours. We have special programs for the females. We have taxi shuttles and so on. So this is how much we have to care and take care of our employees. Little different than, I guess, in the past, but good. We also have a special program. We categorize the people we must not lose, which we try to keep for under any circumstances. So we categorize them. We say we have the high potentials, we have the high performers and the key positions. And we have, again, different programs for all these categories. For example, the high performers, they get maybe more money, more commission, more bonus. The high performers, the high potentials, they get training, exposure to projects, additional responsibilities. And the key positions, they can tell us what they want and we do it for them. So this is how much we care about our employees. Now, in HR, we have so many different functions, and I'm not here to lecture you, and this picture is also not complete. I left some space to put more bubbles, but this is just to figure out where we are today. I guess here the focus is talent acquisition, or you call it headhunting or executive search. There's many names for that. We were also talking over the phone, if you remember, whether you should expand to the left and the right, and you should go into training and development, or you should go into onboarding, offboarding. I leave this to your wisdom, whether you should do that or not, but it's worth a thought what all is included in your business model and what not. But today we are here for this recruitment and talent acquisition, and again, under this we have different disciplines. I'm not here to lecture, as I said, but I'm taking out this talent acquisition or executive search. And it seems we have some technical challenges. Because the next slide is talking about what are we looking at when we are hiring, and this comes from our interaction we had with Azim. So this is the criteria we're looking at when we are hiring. Most of the companies, they take the first two extremely serious, and the remaining one, we just talk about it, but we don't really do it because they're not so easy. And the top right one about cultural fit, that was the reason I did this presentation to you, Azim, because we at Bowers, we have a little bit a different culture maybe than other countries, and I was thinking, how can I put this across, because it's important if we're filling a position, a vacancy, it's important for us that we have a cultural match, because if there's no match, it's normally a short life for us or for the candidate. So that's why I took out a little bit of time to try to explain to Azim what is our culture and why is it the way it is. I'm looking at this chart, and I was trying to say, cultural fit is the most important one. But then I was also, skills, of course, is also the most important one. But I said, experience, of course, is the most. So all of them are the most important ones. I take two more slides, if you allow me, to quickly dig into the topic of AI. We were in the elevator meeting another compare, and he was at the event. AI has to be a part of every presentation, so I also talk about AI. What's my opinion of the role and the influence of AI in executive search or human resources? So I think the role it plays in recruitment is again the same what we've seen before, is this the skill, competencies, all these elements. AI maybe helps us to define first, so to describe for each and every role what skills are required, what kind of education I need, what kind of experience I want, what is the communication style I need for a certain position. And you as in HR, I hope you do this for each and every role in your company, because it's not the same for every division, it's not the same for every level, it's different for every position, more or less. So we are doing this as well. I think AI will play a major role in designing those requirements for a job. again, in the first step, AI, I'm sure, will also help us to assess. And we are not yet there. I think we don't really assess with AI, but we could, but we don't. To run the CVs through artificial intelligence to figure out who is matching maybe the best and who has maybe a gap which can be filled and who has a gap which cannot be filled. So that's where AI helps us. I personally feel huge opportunity is in this today when we talk about the personality traits. And what do I mean with that is, you know, maybe you call it the soft skills. You talk about whether you are introverted or you're extroverted. Again, if you are a salesman, you want an extroverted person. If you need a research person, maybe it doesn't really matter, but it can be introverted as well. But this is characteristic which I feel today is rather difficult to assess. And there, in my dreams, AI could play the role of, you know, if I could do an investigation of a digital footprint, and I think theoretically it's possible. So if I scan a person on his digital footprint, if I trace him on, you say LinkedIn, if I track him on Facebook, on Twitter, if I would have access to his phone, you know, I can identify what kind or what type of person this is, and it could match him or her maybe much better to any requirement in the job or in the vacancy. Now, this is the last part of my short explanation is the example what we are doing in our company when we talk about the requirements for a job. We make for each and every job, and this is the example of human resources. So when a candidate comes and starts a career, maybe as a trainee or whatever is vacant, we predefine what we need in that person, what education we want, how much experience we want, what skills, soft skills, hard skills, and we make this chart for every level. So this is the managerial level. So when we tried this the first time, we had a lot of resistance actually. Initially everybody liked it, but then when the manager have to draft this chart, they say, yeah, but for my job I cannot do this. So we ask, why? They say, no, I can. If I define exactly what is required for my job, then people think they're entitled now. If they fulfill that, they have the right to get that particular job. We realized doing this, and we've done this, and we made this public. So that goes, by the way, goes up to, this is a general manager level. Next level is director. CEO in German, it goes up to the top. So we say exactly what is required to come to that level. And what happened with this was a big surprise to me in the last performance appraisal and salary discussion. People did not ask for raise anymore. People ask for education because they want to make the next step and they want to fill their own gap. And with that, I close my small presentation. Whoever wants to connect with me, here is my LinkedIn QR code. Thanks, Azim, for giving me a platform to talk. Wishing you best of luck for the next 20 years. Thank you.